Hey gang, welcome back to Chapter 18 of the Crucible Chronicles. A link to the first part of this chapter will be in the video description below, but for those who aren't aware, we're playing Collection Roulette, which essentially means we've got my full collection of decks at the ready, and we're going to roll a die to select a random deck to play for a game. So I will note that the deck that we played in the last episode is going to not be available to play again. So I want each episode in this chapter to be a completely different deck. So without further ado, let's hop on over and we'll roll a die and pick a deck. So let's do it. All right, so here we go. Again, this is the collection. We got 141 decks. Boy, I need to do some lean forging, don't I? The deck we played in the first episode, of course, was Gun Totem, the Pickpocket of the Bazaar. Quite a decisive game, if I do say so. That one has been earmarked, so we can't do that one again. I'm going to go ahead and roll a D141, totally a reasonable die that everyone has sitting around in their kitchen cupboard. All right, we got 55. So let's see what that does for us. 55 is Makis, Lobo Block Ranger. So this is a Worlds Collide Brobnar Saurian Shadows. Let's go ahead and take a quick peek at the deck, just so I can refresh my own memory, and then we'll hop into the game. All right, here we go. So this is Makis, Lobo Block Ranger, Worlds Collide, as I was mentioning. We got some Brobnar Saurian Shadows. Let's take a look at this Worlds Collide Brobnar first. We got Flamethrower, interesting Power of Fire, so some Ember Control that way. Got some Repate with Ragwarg. We got like a decent complement of creatures. I'm fond of shorties. I think they're pretty decent. We have a Gengar Chieftain. Always wouldn't mind having more of those in Worlds Collide. But I'd say all in all, like probably a somewhat functional Brobnar, especially given the set that this deck is from. Let's say I've seen a lot worse. I've seen a lot worse Worlds Collide Brobnar. Saurian, we got a couple Ludos, we got a Tribute, and a Triumph. Interesting. So this is a key cheat. Requires there be no enemy creatures on the board, and you have to have 6 or more friendly creatures. Okay. So that's pretty cool. Got a Golden Spiral, a couple Phalanx Strikes too. Like, I wonder if maybe we can get this Triumph to work. That'd be kind of fun. Maybe that would be one of our objectives. Try and get a successful Triumph. We've got Shadows here. A couple Yancey Gangs are nice. Simon's not super crazy about. We got a Hit and Run, which could be useful with this Manchego. If we're actually in a position where Manchego gets us some value. Other than that, maybe Hugger Mugger would be the other option. We got Avinda. All in all, not like super crazy about the Shadows. I'm probably actually more interested in the Brobnar than I am the Shadows, but obviously the Saurian is the more interesting of all three for me. But let's go ahead and load this into the Crucible, and we'll hop into a game. All right, here we go. Looks like we're playing against Dreki Horvat, Barone de Tarmaforte, some Logos Saurian Starlance. Okay, double Axiom Kurzap. So we got some board wipes. That's gonna hurt. Looks like it's also a Dav deck. Go ahead and get the game started so our opponent can start thinking about their starting hand. I do see the Dav. We got what? 2 Citizen Tricks, 1, 2. There's also a Brachus, double Infomorph. Adaptoid. I think Adaptoid's a mutant. It's one I'm not really certain on. They've got the Lyco Alien, Subject Kirby. Got like what? So 6 mutants or so. Oh, interesting. Well, that is pretty good. Let's go ahead and keep our hand. Let's go ahead and keep our hand. That's actually quite nice. Quite nice lead for us. Starting with some dinos. So we can get some taunt for the Senator Shrix. Let's see what they lead with. Double draw Infomorph. Okay. All right, well, we'll go Saurian. We'll throw down the Golden Spiral. Let's see, who do we want warded? I feel like Ludo, probably, because we can exalt Senator Strix, which gives us some protection from the Axiom. So throw down Ludo. We'll do that. Senator Strix, I guess, to the right and exalt. See what that does for us. That's definitely not bad. Definitely not bad. We got a Phalanx Strike. Got a Phalanx Strike. We got the away team coming down. Draw and a capture. Let's see where the capture goes to. Oh, we didn't play anything with Ember, so I take it back. Nothing. Got the blast shielding. Blast shielding on the away team. I'm tempted to go Saurian here. I don't think they have a great way to take down Strix, fortunately. Oh my. Oh my. Alright, that's fine. We'll go Saurian here. We're gonna go ahead and reap and exalt. We'll reap. So we can Phalanx Strike for 3. We probably want to get Kirby and Explorer over, be my guess. Do Kirby, exalt, Explorer over. And we'll reap here. You know what, let's go for the cheeky plays. Go Saurians! Go Saurians! Go Worlds Collide Saurians! We're doing it! Oh dear. I feel like this is like relatively safe. We got the warded Ludo. Like Positron Bolt isn't going to do enough. Krzap will definitely take down Strix. I don't know, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what our opponent can come up with. Regardless, I feel like we might be looking at a Logos turn. Or not Logos. Yeah, definitely not looking at a Logos turn, let me tell you that much. Our opponent is playing a Logos turn. I think we might be taking a Shadows turn. Okay, fights there. Plays another Infomorph, and fortunately that Dav isn't down. We're gonna go ahead and spend 5 from Senator Strix to forge a key. And then we call Shadows here. Call Shadows, throw down the Subtle Maul, Manchego, Simon, Umbra, Avinda. So that is pretty nice. See if we can draw some more Shadows. Nice. Really, really good. I like it. Real nice. Now is Manchego, so Manchego play, if you have 5 or fewer cards in your deck, steal 2. You may shuffle Manchego. Oh, it is fight reap. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, pretty fortunate opening for the home team here. Let's see if we get a see if we get an Axiom. Sagittarius Gaze. There's the Dav. There's the Dav. Chant of Hubris to remove 1 Ember from Simon. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Oh man, they did. They had the Axiom, because that would have been crazy. That Phalanx Strike, I think we actually could have pulled off a Triumph, which would have been pretty nutty. Would have been pretty nutty. That is a big Saurian turn. Big Saurian turn. I still think I kind of want to go Shadows here. Get 2 cards out. We get the Subtle Maul. We don't generate any Ember, but get some more creatures on the board for this Phalanx Strike. I think that could be pretty good. So we'll go Shadows. Play out the Antsy Gang. Really fortunate that they had the... there you go. Get rid of another Axiom. Get rid of that Axiom. So we can get 4 here. Could kill the Consul Primus. Whisper could kill something else. Yeah, we won't have enough creatures on the board for the Triumph to work. That's okay though. That is a-okay. Got the Steel. Steel, we could kill something, kill the Shrix. Could be nice if we go back to Shadows. We're not really advancing much. It's probably better to go Saurian. Probably better to go Saurian here. Be able to kill something. So going with Logos again. We've seen, what, 2 Infomorphs. And there's a Novu Dynamo. That's good. And the Adaptoid. They're daving it up. Yeah, Dav is immune. Good to know. What are our options for board wipes? Not much. Not much indeed. This Phalanx Strike. Got their QMX as well. So draw off of that. It's pretty good. Positron Bolt, throwing down some damage. Oh, that Adaptoid is stacked. Alright, I guess this is Saurian. I got that Novu Dynamo. What can I kill? I can kill the Infomorph. Might also want to kill this Consul Primus. Yeah, either way, I think we go Saurian. We'll play Triumph. We'll play the Rettergallum to the right. We can, let's see, Phalanx Strike. Phalanx Strike to kill Infomorph, put 2 damage on Citizen Shrix, maybe? So kill the Infomorph, Exalt, put some damage right there. We'll then Golden Spiral on the Rettergallum. I think I should just fight the Consul Primus, fight the Citizen Shrix. Put this up to 4. Their key cost is too high. Oh, that is beautiful. We got ourselves a Gengar Chieftain. Chieftain, and we got Garon, which can fight. Hopefully that QMX stays alive. So we got Barn Raising. For the remainder of the turn, your opponent loses 1 Ember each time a friendly creature fights. So we can fight with Gron into the QMX, deal some damage so it gets up to 9 power, and then Power of Fire. So that could be pretty good. The alternative would be we could just play Gron, we could play Gron in fight with Gron with the Gengar Chieftain. So I guess we would lose less Ember that way. Like if we, if we play Gron, Power of Fire Gron, because it doesn't have to be a ready creature. Sacrifice a friendly creature. If you do, each player loses Ember equal to half that creature's power, rounding down the loss. So that would be 2 Ember. That would be 2 Ember. I feel like maybe I miscounted the amount of mutants in this deck. Infomorph 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What did I say earlier? Oh, 8 with the Lyco alien. Totally nice. Very nice. All right, let's think this through. So if I do the Grok option, we're definitely going Brobnar. Just gonna proactively let my opponent know I'm gonna need to think this through. So we can Barn Raising. For the remainder of the turn, your opponent loses 1 Ember each time a friendly creature fights. So we'll play that. Gron. So if we play Gron out, we'll lose 2 Ember. They'll lose 2 Ember. Then we fight with Grok into the QMX. And they'll lose an additional 2 Ember. So they lose 4, and I only lose 2. So maybe we do that. So we'll do Power of Fire. So they lose 2. We'll play the Grok. Play the Gengar Chieftain to the right. Make them lose 2 more, and call that good. Yeah, wasn't. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's the right play. Maybe it just would have been better to go the other route, but which is to say, fight with Gron, make them lose 4 Ember, be 4 Ember plus 1 from the fight off of whatever that thing was called, Barn Raising. So they would have lost 5. I don't know. I'm already up a key. I have 2 Ember. I feel like we're going to start struggling on the board here a little bit, but we do have a Shadow's turn lining up here. I'm running out of like great plays. I was sort of hoping that this tribute, sort of hoping I could get this tribute down onto something with a Ludo on the board. I know we have 1 more Ludo in the pocket, which is probably a good reason to call Shadows here. We got Inky Gloom, can't reap. So they got their Adaptoid. I don't know if I'm going to be able to throw them off a key. If they generate enough Ember. Got the Munchling. I don't think we've seen the Lethalogica yet. I don't think we've seen it. I suppose we could look. It's one problem. Stuff just kind of flies by when playing on TCO. It can be tough to keep track of it if you're not like staring at the chat list or the game log. It doesn't look like it's been played yet. Still got 6 cards left in their hand, care of QMX and the Dav plus Munchling being played. I think if we take a Shadow's turn here, probably just hit and run the Adaptoid, try and reclaim this Ember. Man, this Lyco alien is super cool though too. The Adaptoid has the steal ability though, so that's a bummer. Okay, there's the Lethalogica. Seems like they'll get on to check. Seems like they'll get on to check with the Adaptoid. So, my other option would be... Yeah, they did. Got the steal off of Adaptoid's ability. Hey, we can just hit and run though. Hit and run the Adaptoid, that's pretty cool. Reclaim that Ember. Alright, so no reaping for us next turn, that's okay. We'll take a Shadow's turn. Try and reduce some of their card advantage with our Subtle Maul. Plays Krazap, interesting. Okay, so kills away team QMX. Okay, that's not bad. Alright, so I think what we do is we definitely take a Shadow's turn. Let's Subtle Maul, get rid of Citizen Tricks, that's a nice hit. We're going to play Inky Gloom. So we'll say no reaping. I think that I actually hit and run and then discard this Simon. I don't really want to give a target for this Lyco Alien right now. Yeah, don't really want to do that. So we'll just hit and run, deal 2 damage there, discard Simon. Because they obviously just picked up a boatload of Star Alliance cards, Star Alliance upgrades off of the... things are being a little bit slow for me today. Sorry about that. Off of whatever just died, the away team. Yeah, the away team died and had a couple upgrades on it. Oh, we got the same 2 in terms of reaping. That's funny. All right. Again, not amazing. Hopefully our opponent can't generate enough Ember to get up to another key right now. Because I'd loved again to get that Ludo down so I could just delete some Ember. Could delete some Ember. Essentially, we'll hopefully have a creature down, play Ludo down, tribute onto it, and then we can just Golden Spiral the creature into something that's bigger than it. That discard was painful. Yeah, see? Nailed it. We nailed it. I don't think they need any more card advantage at this point, right? You know, just giving them the ability to look through 3 cards and pick one that they want. I think they got plenty. We're going to go Brobnar, play Flamethrower, play out Cowfine. Now we'll play out some creatures. They're a little bit bigger. Obviously, they can still just fight with the Lyco Alien. That's fine. Oh, my goodness, we didn't get it. We did not get that Ludo. That is killer. Absolutely killer. Absolutely killer. Let's see. Shorty will do Assault 4, so it would kill this Lyco Alien. But I assume that Lyco Alien's going to fight into the Shorty. That skirmish is really nice. This is like the one, really that fight ability you totally want to have skirmish with. Can't tell you how many. I don't know what the variations are. The ones that are just like, oh. I just realized this deck also has Nell and a bunch of upgrades too. This deck is like speedy. Speed. Okay. Looks like we're getting some type of activation on the Lyco Alien. Maybe they're thinking, if I reap, I can maybe get towards check. If I can get one more turn without them on check, then that would be pretty handy. Would be pretty handy for sure. Yeah, bummer. There's my Shorty. Shorty! Captures one with the Observe View Max. Got the Blast Shielding there too. Fortunately, we can throw down another... another Shorty. Nice Nice fighting target. I think we can take care of probably like fight into... I could fight into Armory Officer Nell, then Calfine into Explorer Rover, killing Nell. At least get that off the board. Fighting the Calfine. This is a before fight, so not necessarily super sad to... Nice, nice. So we'll go with Brobnar. We're gonna play the Stiltkin to the left. Then Shorty to the left. He's gonna... Is that not right? Oh, Explorer Rover. That's killer. That is pretty killer. Yep. Sure is. Well, let me think this through. I guess we could just reap with this Calfine, or I mean, I could just... No. We'll fight there. Get rid of that. We'll reap. We'll flamethrower right there. Doesn't really matter. Just trying to reduce the amount of options our opponent has. Then we'll play out Ragwarg. So that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Oh, thank goodness. We got it. We got the Ludo. I guess we were destined to get it. We were destined to get it. Now the question is, do I want to try and take out the Lyco alien? I think probably. I mean, that 6-power skirmish with the getting through the deck is pretty cool, pretty strong. And I can kill it with this Shorty, which is pretty handy. Got this Huggermugger. So we got rid of one Axiom. We've seen the Krzap. They have cycled back through. So that is pretty good. They're going back to Star Alliance. They really do not want that that thing to live. That's funny. Interesting. Fights Calfine. Just throw down the ants. I could take a Shadow's turn again. They're not threatening right now. I think I like that idea. We'll Subtle Maul to get rid of Prefectus Ludo. That is beautiful. Get that thing out of here. We'll play out Yancey Gang. All right, we got a Vinda. We got another Shorty. That's funny. Nice, so I could actually kill the Lyco alien on this, on a Brobnar turn. Let's just refresh our memory. We got Diplomacy, double Shrix, double Axiom. Diplomacy with a damage to kill our Calfine. Okay, that hurts a little bit. Plays Faust. Senator Brackus. Okay. Well, okay, so we obviously have to deal with that. Because that puts them on check. Just keep giving me shorties. Keep on giving me shorties. Alright, I guess we go back to Brobnar. We're like making no... we're making no progress towards our own objective, but that's okay. We'll fight into Brackus. Play Shorty out to the left. Fighting Brackus off the board. Go ahead and Flamethrower right there. Put some damage down. That is nice because this Huggermugger can now kill that. We're really not in Really not in any danger of... wait, what? What did I do? Oh dear. That's what that card does. Diplomacy, my bad. Yeah, that was kind of silly. That was kind of silly. I forgot that for some reason I thought it was so salt. I always get those two mixed up. Putting some damage onto my shorty. Still fighting the shorty. Oh, they got the positron bolt too. Savage. Alright, works for me. Works for me. We'll go ahead here. So we got the golden spiral here. I think I need to tribute first onto the Hugger Mugger. Then we'll play out the Ludo. Play out these other creatures. We can fight the Hugger Mugger into Faust, I guess. Again, this Lyco alien is really the thing that's causing me trouble. Really the thing that's causing me trouble. Alright, so we'll tribute there. We'll exalt to tribute again. We'll play out Praefectus Ludo. 3 power. I guess we take down the Faust. Gosh, this Lyco alien is brutal. Play that out. Play that out. Golden Spiral. To fight into Faust. Just get rid of the Ember. We're just going to delete the Ember, that's all. Oh, man. Can we just get like one? I just want like one more activation with the Saurian would be really nice. Especially the Phalanx Strike. We could finally deal with the Lyco alien. I think it's pretty unlikely, however, that our opponent's going to let all 3 of these creatures live. They're already almost through their deck a second time, which is pretty crazy. We've only just managed to get through our deck once. Definitely slogging here. Definitely slogging. Let's take a quick peek at their discard pile. So they took, let's see, a Saurian turn, just took a Logos turn. Probably not unlikely we're going to see a... Oh, okay, they're going back to Logos, wanting to deal with our board. Munchling fights off the Praefectus Ludo. It's very nice. This card's Lethalogica. Very interesting. We've run out of Ember control options too. And yep, everything's dead. All my stuff is dead. I think probably we'll take a Shadow's turn here. Again, try and get some more creatures on the board. Try and get some more creatures on the board. Give us a little bit more potent Phalanx Strike. Oh yeah, Ragwarg with... That's pretty cool. Pretty nice, actually, the QMX. So I could take a... let's see. Let's think this through. So I got this Lyco alien. I could fight it with the Tricerian Legionary. Reclaim 2 Ember. We got the Phalanx Strike. So it'd be 2 damage I basically need to exalt. I'd have to exalt. Oh man, that's brutal. That does stink. It does stink just a little bit. Otherwise, they can, what, reap 3 times? Don't have a whole lot of great options. I could also try and do a little bit of disruption with the Subtle Maul. Tell you what, let's go Shadows. We'll stick with the plan. We'll play out Whisper. We'll play out Avinda. We'll play out Simon. We'll hit him with the Subtle Maul. Hopefully get something good. Consul Primus. Not great. But it is Consul Primus with the draw, so that's pretty good. Now this is alright. This is alright for sure. We got the Redder Gallum. We got the Tricerian Legionary, so for sure 2 more creatures we can throw down on a Saurian turn. We're just like not really generating any Ember, you know. I think probably this Ragwarg is gonna end up being worse for me, especially considering we're playing against a Dav deck. So again, a little bit of misplay to put that out on the board. Right, Reaps with Munchling. Oh my gosh, and the Kerzap. It's just brutal. It's just brutal. You love to see it, you hate to see it. Just brutal. Okay, so I think we probably take a Brobnar turn here. Again, we're trying to hold on to our Ember control. We'll play out Calfine, and then we'll Flamethrower. That's pretty amazing, actually. I just like can't deal with these 3 things. We've gotten our Manchego a little bit too early on this cycle. A little bit too early on this cycle. Imagine we're going to see a Strix or 2. All of our Ember will be gone, but hopefully... Nope, okay, we got an Axiom. Hey, Axiom incoming. Oh, savage. Man, I thought we had a pretty good start to this one, but ultimately, just the cycle on this deck and the amount of creature control was a little bit too much for us. A little bit too much. So what we'll do here is we'll play out the Tricerian Legionary. He's probably just going to ward itself. The writing really is on the wall with this one. So we'll Phalanx Strike there. Guess we exalt. Kill that. Maybe I shouldn't have exalted the Tricerian Legionary. It's okay though. Fight that. We're up to 5 Ember. Look at that. We got a creature taunted. There's another Phalanx Strike, so we can hit him for 2 more damage. I love it. That's so good. I feel like I kept trying to develop to get some value out of these Phalanx Strikes, but just opponent could generate too much Ember, too much speed and value out of just fighting on, like, I guess it wasn't all fighting, but there's like a fair amount of turns that were taken where it's just like, okay, well, they can just fight my stuff off the board. No biggie. Now, one unfortunate bit here is Manchego is what, 5? Yeah, 5 or fewer cards in your deck. So definitely a bummer there. Lyco Alien. And it looks like that's going to be that. Redder Gallum only gets us up to 9. Redder Gallum only gets us up to 9. And we don't have any way to pick up any more cards. Unlike our opponent, I will say. Opponent does not seem to be having any issues cycling through their deck. I feel like we did pretty well, though. I'm pretty sure our opponent's only on their second time through the deck, as are we. although they're about to hop on through one more time. We'll go ahead and hit him with a concede. Good game to our opponents. Definitely a spicy, fun deck they're playing. Feel like we had a pretty good run at it. Just really couldn't keep anything on the board. In what we lacked in like functional board control, our opponent 100% absolutely made up for in their deck with the Kurzap, which is effectively just completely one-sided. The Axioms, which are pretty one-sided actually, pretty one-sided in this matchup. And yeah, there's just a little bit too much potency in that deck. A little too much speed. I'm actually not certain what the like raw ember on this deck is. I don't want to count it right now, but when you can get through your deck twice as fast, it doesn't matter if there's like a disparity in raw ember or anything like that. You can make it up in just like the creatures and stuff that you play, getting some reap value or steal or whatever it is. But anyways, hey, I feel like we gave it a good shot. Makis Lobo Block Ranger. There's probably a reason this deck is on my list of decks to get rid of, but I feel like we gave it a good go, and it's always fun picking up a deck you haven't played in a while, seeing if you can just make it tick. And sadly, it didn't tick for us today, but hey, that's all right. That's KeyForge. Anyways, before I go though, I totally forgot to say Happy New Year. It's now 2021. I hope 2021 is a good year, or at least a better year for you than 2020 was. Whether or not 2020 was bad or good for you, we can always be hoping that things are going to be great moving forward. So I think there's a lot to be excited about in 2021, just generally, but also a lot to be excited in KeyForge. Dark Tidings, of course, coming out in a couple months. Pretty hyped for that as well. So that will be it for today and this episode of the Crucible Chronicles. I will be back next week, and I hope to see you then. So long.